please hit the subscribe button. And if you are not, give this video a big thumbs up only if you truly like it. Thank you guys so much for supporting me lately. I really, really appreciate your nice comments. And today, we are going to do your guys' favorite reading you a bedtime swam by. What good were dazzling shimmy scales? Shimmering scales with no one to admire them. Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day he poured out his troubles to the starfish. I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anybody like me? I can't answer that for you, said the starfish, but if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you. The rainbow fish found the cave. It was very dark inside and he couldn't see anything. Then suddenly 2 eyes caught him in the glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. I have been waiting for you, said the octopus with a deep voice. The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy. I can't, the rainbow fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into the dark cloud of ink. Give away my scales, my beautiful shiny scales. Never. How could I be happy without them? Suddenly, he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. Rainbow fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale. The rainbow fish wavered. Only one very small shimmery scale, he thought. Well, maybe I won't miss just one. Carefully, the rainbow fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much, the little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in among his blue ones. A rather particular feeling came over the rainbow fish. For a long time he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing. So it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possessions had been given away. Yep, he was very happy. Come on, rainbow fish, they called. Come on and play Achoo! Robert sneezed. What a sneeze. Up went his farm friends. Up went the cake. Up went the roses, and Robert fell down flat. His mother called the doctor. The doctor looked at Robert. Say, ah, said the doctor. Ah, said Robert. Ah, said the doctor. I know what made him sneeze. I know I am right, said the doctor. You will see. Here, Robert, take a sniff. Robert put his nose into the roses. He took a little sniff. Again, his nose began to itch. His eyes began to itch. Ka-choo went Robert. Bang went the window. Bang went the door. Up went the roses, and the doctor fell down flat. I was right, said the doctor. Roses are very bad for you. There are too many roses on this farm. You must get away from them. You must go to the city. So Robert had to go. Goodbye, he said to his mother and father. I will be all right in the city. I will find work. I will find a job. Robert did find a job in the city. He went to work for a milkman. He took the milkman and his wagon all around the city. It was a good job, and Robert was happy. Robert liked this kind of job. Then one day a man walked right into Robert. The man had a flower on his coat. The flower on his coat was a rose. A rose, and right under his nose. Robert got that funny feeling again. His nose began to itch, his eyes began to itch, and ka-choo went Robert. Crash went the wagon. Splash went the milk. Up went the milkman, and the man with the rose fell down flat. Go away, the milkman told Robert. You cannot work for me anymore. It was just a little sneeze. Jeez. I guess a big sneeze. So Robert began to look for work again, but it was hard for a horse to find a job. He looked for many days. One day he saw some horses. They had people on them. Say, I could do work like that, said Robert. I will ask for a job. You can work for me, but you will have to work hard. You will have to do everything you are told. So Robert went to work. He did just as he was told. When he was told to go slow, he went slow. When he was told to go fast, he went fast. Robert did everything he was told. I like this work, said Robert. I am going to keep this job. Then one day he took a woman for a ride. Everything was going well. But all at once, look, the woman said, look at those pretty roses. I want those roses. was there a sneeze like that, away went the cats, away went the hats, up went the dogs, down came the birds, bang went the guns, up went the black bag, and all the robbers fell down flat. Hooray, hooray for Robert, everyone yelled. The bank man was happy, the police were happy, everyone was happy. Robert stopped the robbers. He had sneezed the robbers flat. The next day there was a party. It was for Robert. His mother and father came, his farm friends came, the doctor came, all the policemen came too. Then one of them got up. Robert, he said, I have something for you. Roses, yelled the doctor. Hold on to your hats. Here comes a sneeze. Robert will sneeze us all to Chicago. Robert took a little sniff. His nose did not itch. His eyes did not snitch. Then Robert took a big, big sniff. He did not get that funny feeling. That big kerchew had done it. Robert at last was all sneezed out. The roses never made Robert sneeze again.